Welcome to Pearster Academy Halloween edition. Occasion we'll be talking with Fer about Agile myths. So, like I was saying, with the experience that I have, I've always encountered these teams that they don't embrace Agile. So, can you tell us from your perspective and your experience in Agile, what can we do in these cases?
Yes, of course. Today we are going to speak about agile myths, so I think I can answer some of those questions that you have. I am Fer, I am an agile coach. I have been working in IT for the last 25 years, like it's all my career, and the last 13 years has been around agile and doing agile roles. So I have been part of several agile transformation in different kind of industries and companies, big, small. Or if you ask me to choose one, agile is fast, or agile means fast, and that's the worst one, let's say, because it goes from there. You can take it all wrong.
Yeah.
So agile is not fast. It's adaptability. So agile is more around adaptability. Be able to be agile, to adapt, to switch, to go, hey, this happened here.
Happened to me today.
I have to move. Yeah.
We need to release this next week. You need to push it in. Now we switch from what we're doing. Now let's start working on this that we need to release. Pretty much that then.
Yeah, or something that happened that you weren't expecting.
Like because being down.
Or reality nowadays. It's like reality changes.
That's true.
All the time. Reality changes fast, but you have to be able to adapt fast to those changes.
Yes, that's true.
Agile allows you to do that. If you are worried about doing more and more and more and faster, you probably are going to
stress yourself over that, maybe.
Yes, but also you are going to add waste into the processes and in work. So Agile optimizes lead time to value, and it's not about activity volume, quantity of things. It's not about that. It's more about how much value you deliver to your customers. Here it comes the idea of outcomes versus output. It doesn't matter if I deliver you, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 10 versions of a software if those 10 versions doesn't add any value for the customer. Maybe I deliver in a pace, I deliver like 3 times, and in those 3 times I am giving you value, so that's better.
Yes, definitely. The customer will appreciate that.
The other thing is, instead of putting focus on improving in velocity, you should improve the flow of work. So the flow of work, and optimize the flow of the work for the team, between the team, inside the team, but also in the end for delivering value. It's like, how frequently can I deliver value? So to know how frequently can I deliver value, I would try to measure how the flow of the team that is developing is working, and do continuous improvement on that flow.
So what you were mentioning about difficulties not only within your team but also outside of the team. So from the experience that I have, there's like one of the roles that the Scrum Master also do is, if we have an issue or if we are stuck in some place because we don't have the information, maybe the ticket was not well written, or maybe we need something from another team, he's usually the person who says, okay, let's stop. What do we need from the other person or from the other team? Let's reach them and let's resolve this, because it's blocking us, but we're not really communicating with the other team that that's happening. So that's one of the roles of the path as well of Agile, to improve the process.
Yes, communication and collaboration with other teams, very strong thing that Agile comes with, because you are not going to remember, because you are very young. I am too old, and I
but thank you.
And I have worked in other kind of mindsets, in mindsets that were more like waterfall. In that time, it's like interaction between people wasn't the focus of work. But now, 30 years ago, when the Agile Manifesto was signed,
that is now.
Agile says, hey, no, let's take care of people interaction, of interaction between, and that's one important thing. To collaborate, you have to communicate with others and you have to understand others. Conversation is like the word that I mostly repeat 3, 4, 5 times a day. Hey, did you have the conversation?
We forget.
Did you have the conversation with the guy that you needed to have it? So conversation, collaboration. Conversation starts and then collaboration follows.
We need to talk more, definitely. Not only in our personal life, but also in work, please.
Yes. Another myth about Agile is easy. Like it's easy, and it's the other way around. Agile is not easy. What is easy, or maybe it's simple, are the frameworks. If you see the frameworks to work in Agile, different frameworks. I'm not going to name any framework in particular, but if you go to the frameworks, you will see it has some boundaries and some rules, and those rules are simple. And like the framework to work in is simple, it has some few rules, and you can understand it and you can start following like almost whenever you want. But to master that requires discipline, it requires iteration after iteration, and in the middle it requires that we understand that we need to learn things in the middle. So we are going to be learning things in the middle, and to think it's easy is not like that. It's not easy. So the mindset that we should have, or not, don't forget, this mindset is about inspection and adaptation. It's about continuous improvement. So then something that seems easy, and as we have people in the middle, that's complex work, and that's not the easy part. So the framework should look easy, but it's not easy.
Okay, so we've talked about 2 minutes so far. It is not fast. These guys, Agile is not fast. Stop demanding that I deliver something in a day. It will not happen. And second of all, that is not easy. That it takes time. You have to learn. You have to learn the process from your team. That's something else, actually. I've been in different teams throughout my career, and I've been in a company that has been working with Agile, but I switched from one team to the other one. And even though they used the same framework, it was not the same feeling of the process. So they were still learning. They were like, the Agile was in their pace, which was different from my previous team, and there was also learning there. So it never stops. You are always learning. Now, what else, or what other myth can you tell us?
The other one is Agile has no planning.
Oh.
And that's not true. I mean, if you go backwards in time, if you go to an old way of planning, people used to plan like 1 year or 5 years ahead and try to accomplish that plan.
That's true. I already have my schedule for 2027, guys. Literally.
And that's not the case. I wouldn't recommend you to plan that time ahead, because, as we were saying, the world changes minute after minute.
So true.
In the case of Agile, what Agile suggests you do or invites you to do is to plan in different perspectives, let's say. Or horizon. Let's say you will have a plan for the sprint if you are doing Scrum, but if you are in a company, you can plan around a vision, and this is like, you can say the vision for this year, but that year the vision can change in the middle. You can plan for a quarter, and you can plan for, I don't know, for a daily also. In a daily you are doing plans. So the idea is not that Agile doesn't allow plans. You are planning, but you are planning in different spaces and for different kind of situations or time sets. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it's like, depends on the context that you're at. You may be planning for this sprint. You may be planning for 2027, like my PM is doing. Or you may be planning what you're going to accomplish the day, because let's say tomorrow you need to do something else.
Yeah.
So it's all about plans. I like that.
Yeah, so there are plans, but there are no long-term plans.
Exactly, they can change.
Yeah, plans knowing that we can change also. That knowing that we might have to change. But without a plan, a team wouldn't be able to align or to, there are plans. Takes us to the next myth that is related, that is that Agile is indisciplined. Like it's not, there is no discipline here, because there are people that thinks, hey, those guys that are moving the cards and the papers, and those guys that are like standing all together at in the morning to do a daily stand up.
They drink coffee together.
They are very rare. They are very like they don't have discipline, and it's not that way. And also, I am joking, but also there are people that when encounters agility coming from older ways of working, thinks that agile is indisciplined.
That might be related to what I told you at the beginning, that some teams just don't get to adapt. And to be honest, they are usually the ones that are older than me. So they may be coming from a mindset that this is the way of working. Whatever they are doing, that's just not correct. It's not discipline. It seems like kind of random things doing. It could be that as well. Yeah. That's the way like they see Agile.
Yeah, maybe the older generations, let's say, are more used to work in a more like structured manner.
Exactly.
And yes, this could sound a little bit, I don't know, free.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't mean that doesn't work and that it is indisciplined, because it's the other way around again. If you see people doing Scrum, you will see teams joining all days at the same time for a stand-up that
you cannot be late.
Yeah, that has a specific duration, and then those same teams will have a planning meeting, will have a retrospective meeting. So that's discipline. It's not undisciplined.
Yes, it is true. We are not allowed to be late. We are always disciplined. I'm thinking that that's maybe the reason why some teams are against switching to Agile, because they don't see, from an outsider point of view, they don't see this discipline. They don't see this structure into how will I achieve what I want, because they don't know the framework and how it actually works. I like that.
So the other one is that Agile is a silver bullet, so that it will come and solve all the problems in the world. And that's not the case also. No framework that you can choose would eliminate uncertainty in complex context in which we work, so it not guarantees success. Success is not...
it's a way of work, basically, Agile. It's not what it's going to give you to success. You can be a good team and success without Agile, or you can be a bad team and you will not success with Agile. So it's a way of working, basically.
Yes, it's a way of working. It's a way of thinking. Yeah, it's like it's behind or above Agile, above the practices and the frameworks. There are culture. There are things that has to do more with a culture and a mindset, a way of seeing the world of work that is very different from the older visions. It's like for me, the most important thing that Agile brings is to give a voice to every person in any level of teams or organizations. It's like every person will bring value. Every person should be listened and should have the space to speak up and to collaborate. So that's like, I am going to other issues, but it's like
another myth.
Another myth. No, that's why I love agility, because what I see when I started is like the idea behind is we all together can do better things.
That is true. You consider the team.
The team, yeah.
And everyone in the team, and not just a few who make decisions. You consider the full team, and not only decisions, but what can change, or what do you think we can improve. I love that part of Agile, because you may not see that the process is wrong from your perspective, but maybe a developer says, okay, maybe this is not the best way of working for us, so let's change something, and now let's put this in practice. We think as a team. Okay, so what other myth you can tell us?
Other myth I can tell you is that Agile brings you immediate benefit, and that's not true also, because this is like you will go through some cycle of change when you start working Agile. It's like, and again, there is a cycle, and in the cycle you're going to come not knowing everything. In the middle of the way you are going to find something that you didn't know and that it wasn't possible for you to know from the beginning. Then you're going to learn. Then you're going to say, hey, this wasn't the result we expected or the outcome we expected, so we are going to improve here and there and there.
So there's always learning as well.
There's continuous learning. The idea of continuous learning is one that is inside of the mindset for Agile. There is no immediate benefit. You need to know that for people to build trust and improve the flow of things and the interaction and the communication and the collaboration, time is needed. This is not happening from one day to the other.
That's
so
true.
These kind of things take time.
Such as other. It's not only with Agile, but any change that you want to do within your company is not something that you will have benefits the next week. It will take time, and that I think it's something that maybe from a management perspective, not everyone thinks like that, but it's something that they need to be clear of. For sure.
Yes,
okay, so how many other myths do we have? So we are
we have 2 more. Maybe there are a lot more, but I am going to tell you 2 more. One is about people that thinks that Agile is only for software development.
Oh, I like that one.
We should say that Agile started at software because there were like these guys that were from software development, and they started the manifesto and they started the Agile movement, let's say. So started by or in software development, but it can be used in a lot of other disciplines. So it's like if you do marketing, you can use Agile. If you do, education, you can use Agile. You can use it in legal, in HR, in different kind of areas or disciplines. I have seen people selling like commercial teams selling things and using Agile, and it was very nice. You should adapt the kind of value that you are delivering, but most of the frameworks are adaptable because you are delivering value in the end. You are delivering value to a customer, and that's it. Your customer can be inside of your company also. So HR maybe it's bringing value to a customer inside of the company, but you can be at HR and do some things in Agile.
HR is Agile. I like that one.
Yeah, there are areas.
That's a really nice one. Especially even with the part of recruitment.
Yeah.
I think I can see that some of Agile structure happening within the process of recruitment. I like that. Mm-hmm. But it's true, it's not just for software development, it's for everything in life. It's a way of living Agile.
Yes, I think there could be like a way of living, because a way of thinking things more, simplifying some things also, and yes, and you incorporate collaboration into your life also, like being able to ask for collaboration, collaborate with others, do agreements with others, make things explicit, be more transparent, bring things to the table, listen to everyone as equals.
Yes.
There are lots of things that are more cultural, are more like a mindset, and
yes,
that you can use it in your life if you want also.
Yeah, I like that way of thinking about Agile like that. I like that.
Yes, and the other one is Agile, it's only for startups. It's the same as it's only for software. It's not only for startups. What you may find is if you go to a youngest company, a startup, you will see that for people, the way of working of Agile is more natural. It's like even they maybe don't even wonder which kind of way of working they are taking, because they are always adapting to changes, and so they are more like Agile per se, or naturally. And but you can go to a startup and implement Agile, and use Agile and so on. But in bigger companies, you can also use Agile. So it's not just for startups. And I must say, in my 13 years of working in transformations, I have been working in transformations in big companies and not a lot in startups. So yes, it's not only for startups.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, from the experience that I had, it's always been big companies, and end of the day, we ended up with Agile. So for sure, I think nowadays there's more big companies, the big 50, that are achieving some or incorporating something about Agile in their daily life.
Yes, and to go and wrap up to all these ideas, I wanted to share something about the heart of Agile. This is a model that was created by Alistair Cockburn. He's one of the signers of the manifest, so he's one of the oldest guys that went and signed for the Agile manifest at 2001. That was the year, and so he came with this model that it says kind of, or for me, what it tells me, go back to the basics, and all days I try to tell or remember to others, hey, let's don't forget the basics. The basics. Which were our basics? It was collaborate, deliver, reflect, and improve, and that's it. If we are going to overcomplicate everything with frameworks and scale frameworks and all kind of tools and different rare things that could be very fashion, but we forget about this.
Yeah,
we forget about the basics. We are going. Most probably, we are going to be lost.
Yeah, that's true. Like we start caring about the metrics and about other stuff that may not add that much into the deliver part of the agile. Then why are we doing it? And I do love that you mentioned collaborate again, because that was what I was thinking when you mentioned the basics. Like it's all about collaboration and communication.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's collaborate, reflect, deliver, reflect, and improve. So that's continuous improvement. Have that in mind. Continuous improvement, short cycles. Don't forget this. Inspect and adapt. It's what the origins of Agile, let's say. And Agile is that. It's able to adapt to change. And that's pretty much what we live all days nowadays.
That's true. That is true. It's all about changing and improvements, and again, collaboration and communication with others to deliver something not only to the clients but also to the team itself, because it's part of the team's process. Thank you, Fer. Do you have anything else to add to?
No.
Any last ideas? Well, thank you for joining us on the Halloween version of Pearster Academy, and we cannot wait to see you till the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.